I mean, D'Lo was balling too. I saw King Richard too. That joint was nice.
He was.
I
You
guess
seen what?
we jump in it now. No, the King Richard joint. Kevin Hart joint was alright too, though. I like the Kevin Hart show.
I saw the first two. How many is it altogether?
I think it's like 6.
The six.
I ain't
All right,
watch. I ain't watch it yet.
Something like that. No, it was alright.
Was he? Yeah. I heard. I got mixed reviews from. I'll check it out. Gave my support. You know what I mean? Philly guy.
I don't
Just
believe
like
I
Will.
cracked my freaking screen tonight. Now I'm double pissed.
Watch it.
All right, so we ready to get this thing. We on. Let's get this thing started.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. It's that kind of night, man. Embiid's back, Toby back. We had pretty much full roster, and Minnesota came in and jumped out on us early. We fought back and took 2 overtimes and took a L. Disappointing loss, but me personally, I'm not. I get it. The Sixers look rusty to me. I'm not rusty, but their legs look dead. Maxey got shot attempts up. His shot was short tonight, and I don't think that's normally what we want to see from Maxey. Embiid did his thing. After a rusty looking start, he played. Toby was hot and cold. He started off cold, and he had a nice little hot streak. But this is a game we should have won. But Minnesota has been balling well lately, so I'm not too discouraged. I think we mop Orlando next. So what y'all think?
Oh, we gonna mop. You talking about mop? We gonna mop Orlando. Orlando terrible. They're very, 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 very bad team. This is what I think about Maxey. Maxey, yeah, he had 15 shots. He was 5 for 15. But he has to learn to go. It seemed like he was, listen, I know it's tough playing with a superstar like Embiid who demands the ball. He has to learn to play his game with Joel Embiid and with Tobias Harris. Like when he threw that ball away at the end, he should have just went. He was so busy trying to get a ball to Joel, he should have went. You know what I mean? Because they was all expecting him to get a ball to Joel. Go to the hole. So he got to learn how to navigate that, how to navigate through this. D'Lo, I trade him for Ben straight up right now. But that shot at the end, though, we got to talk about that. This is what I mean. This is what I mean about having a big man as your best player on the team because they're easier to trap and get the ball out there. And he got trapped like 3 times in a row and almost had turnovers down the stretch. He got trapped at the top of the key at the end. He couldn't see the floor clear. He couldn't dribble to get past. He had to force a shot when he had Steph sitting wide open. So it's going to be tough. And we talked about who gets the shot at the end.
So him hitting that 3-pointer to put it in overtime don't count, though.
He didn't hit the 3-point puts in overtime.
Why didn't he?
They missed the first one.
The 3
Yes, he did. But yes, he did. Did he have men all over? Was he double team trapped in the corner?
Huh?
Was he double team and trapped in the corner?
He was triple team. Man, I don't want to hear nothing about Seth Curry. He's a choke art. I'm tired of Seth.
First of all, hold on. Let me get mine. You got yours. Let me get mine. Nobody cut you off.
Everybody get there.
Nobody cut you off.
You asked me a question.
I didn't. You jumped in.
Nobody asked you a question.
Yes, he did. He just said that Embiid had somebody open. He didn't ask me if Embiid had somebody open.
Listen, I said this is my thing about having the best players just center and winning when it's crunch time. Man, that's why I want. It's easier to have the guard with the ball in his hands. They're harder to trap. They're harder to pin down in the corner. You know what I mean? You see what D'Lo did at the end of them couple regulations. He banging them big threes. It's just having a guard that can handle the ball and shoot. Man, to me, is the way the league's going. Yes, I love Joel. I love my big man. But he's still doing that same dumb stuff. Taking forever to pass out the double team. That type of stuff, man. I guess that's what's he going to be. Yeah, 40 tonight. I can't complain too much.
All right.
But yet you do.
But let me jump in now. This was, in my opinion, a very good game because we was down 20. So I'm going to give them a respect that they came, they clawed back. They didn't give up. Now, we was playing a Minnesota team that played last night off of back-to-back. First, I want to give Joel his props. because he was chilling for the last 3 weeks, so he was able to come here and drop 40. Props to Joel. But this is what I keep telling you. Joel Embiid is a selfish player. He is selfish. The thing is, you had Steph Curry. I don't care that he was missing shots. If he's the open man, you're doubled, and you got the baseline as another defender. Give the ball up. You have 4 seconds. There was plenty of time to get a shot out. There was plenty of time. Steph was begging for the ball. And he just decided to get a shot blocked at 7'2". It was that part was frustrating.
Wait a minute, hold on. Quick question. Why didn't Shake play? Is he hurt?
Mm-hmm.
I thought about that, but can I finish my thought, please?
I'm sorry, my bad. Just came to me.
But in all seriousness, though.
Wait, you done yet?
No, because I want to give props to because Dybul kind of got on my nerves too. I'll come back to that. I'll come back to Dybul, but he got on my nerves too. But I'm frustrated because this is what's going to continue to happen unless the Joel realized that there's no I in team. You gotta. He made big shots. He made big shots. I'm talking about in the moment. He wants to be a hero. The ball always wants to be a hero. You know how many times Jordan passed the ball up at the end?
How many times did he shoot the ball at the end?
But he had better shots. He like you saw those shots with Paxton and Kerr. If somebody got a better shot, let them get that glory. It's okay.
Drummond got his glory.
First of all, stop with the dumb stuff. Like, y'all gotta stop tripping, bro. Could he have passed it to Seth yet? But you act like he just
no. It ain't could. It should he. Should he had a pass to Seth?
The ball got knocked out of his hands off the triple team, and by the time he picked it up, it wasn't going to be no shot for Seth. And it was somebody else standing up there that ended up cutting down. Do I think I would have rather him pass it to Seth to see what was going to happen? But Seth stunk. He shot 4 for 14, and I'm not too worried about this game. This is all I'm saying. Don't come on here. I told you Embiid, because y'all was probably waiting, especially Tim was waiting for Embiid, hoping Embiid was going to come in here and be sucking wind early on. He was rusty. No, he wasn't. Where was he? He played 43 minutes. What are you talking about?
You said he wasn't.
He carried them in
he was sucking.
And he carried them in the end of the fourth. And he carried them in the end of the fourth. Stop. Stop with this. Stop.
Just because you do your thing, you're not. That don't mean you can't be criticized for stupid things that you do.
Oh, I'm not. No, listen, I'm not saying that. That's just like y'all broke your neck when he went to pass it out to Maxey and D'Lo hit it. He was passing it out, right? Was that not a good pass? Y'all said dumb pass. That wasn't a dumb play. That was the right play. It was good defense. That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't the right play. He was baited into it. They knew he was trying to give him to him. D'Lo baited him into that pass. He knew he wanted to see.
So should he have just shot it?
He should have took it. He should have drove.
So now you tell him he should have drove when he was double teamed, but then when he had the ball,
he wasn't double teamed. He wasn't double teamed. At least don't make that pass. What you do is you fake a drive.
Who hit the ball? Who hit the ball?
D'Lo. D'Lo got the ball.
And so who was guarding him? And D'Lo wasn't the one guarding him.
Fake a drive into the lane.
No. You said he was not double teamed. Was he double teamed?
Would you stop? Would you
be
patient?
You said he wasn't double teamed. Was he double teamed?
They was playing in space. Waiting
was
for
he
him.
Double teamed?
So you take a you step like you drop. No, technically no.
He wasn't double teamed.
No.
So how D'Lo hit the ball?
I answered your question.
D'Lo was on him. D'Lo came over and was on him and guarding him. And when he tried to throw the ball,
man.
D'Lo was not his man. The other dude was sticking him, and D'Lo came to help him trap it.
B. It was a pick. The other dude was sticking B.
So B wasn't double teamed.
Who you B? Who are you talking about? B was B.
On the pass.
B double team or Maxey? What play are you talking about?
I said B.
I'm talking about the play where Maxey turned it over.
I'm not talking about that play. I'm talking about when y'all was arguing about Embiid. You was like, "That's a dumb pass." When he tried to pass it to Maxey and D'Lo got a piece of it. That was the right pass to me.
Okay,
it was it's a play.
No, the thing about that play is Joel Embiid takes too long to pass out of the double team. He tries to make too many moves, then he decides to pass. Right or wrong?
Sometimes I agree. Yes.
I think he has to be quicker with his decision making when it comes to passing out the double team. To me, he takes too long. That's my problem with Embiid. I've been saying that the whole time. He takes too long to pass out the double team. Double team comes down and trap. He looking around. Yo, you got to see. He never sees the double team coming, which to me is a problem. Yes, sometimes they can sneak it up on you.
Because y'all send mixed
messages. You got to be able to see that coming.
So do you think Embiid is selfish?
I do.
In a way,
he wants glory.
So you're saying he's selfish, but
all superstars are selfish to a certain extent,
even though he's looking to make the pass. That's all I'm saying is just. I agree to an extent. I agree, but I mean, listen, Embiid, I'm not going to rip a dude that just dropped 40 points for us and kept us in the game. But Tim wants to hurry up and make that point because Tim wants to talk about Embiid because he has ulterior motives.
That's I sat there and I gave him his props. The first thing I said was he dropped 40 coming off for 3 weeks.
No, the first thing you said was he's selfish. That's the first thing you said.
No, I didn't. I gave him his compliments.
I gave
him his flowers, but there's a bunch of weeds next to it that I had to identify as well. The boy Embiid played well his first time back. We was rusty. Think about it. If you look at the halftime stats, we was bad. We were shooting 31%. They were shooting almost 60%. They doubled us on everything. They was out rebounding us and everything. Then we came back that third, fourth quarter and we balled. Props. Of course, and Tobias was out too, so he was struggling a little bit. So, and then but right now, if I'm gonna criticize somebody, I am gonna criticize Maxey a little bit because Maxey, he has a floater and he can get to the basket. But
I criticize Doc.
But I still expect that mid-range game to be a little bit better now than what I'm seeing.
Hey, Ellis, I do agree with you.
Say it again.
I do think that. What'd you say?
The mid-range game. What mid-range game? Either you laying up or you shooting a three.
That's what I said. That's my thing. Is non-existent. He needs
who really has a mid-range game in the NBA? People don't. They don't really.
DeRozan got a.
He's it. That's it. That's it.
I
mean, for real, Kawhi hits a lot of mid-range when he plays.
But listen. Go ahead.
But wait, I wanted to say, Ellis, I agree. I do think that's why I'm not overly concerned yet. Because I think this game was a whole windstorm of stuff. I think it was the Sixers their legs look dead to me. Maxey was getting his same shots. A lot of shots was coming up short early on, in my opinion. And I'm saying it looked like it was dead legs and rust, and then by the end of the game, it looked like the tired legs started getting on Minnesota because Minnesota played the night before. But let's not get it twisted. Minnesota been balling lately. Minnesota won 5 straight before they lost to Charlotte last night. They beat Miami. Minnesota has been on a tear lately. And that being said, I thought the Sixers should have won tonight. Once they came back and tied it up and got it, and Cat got fouled out, we should have won.
My problem
about 4 with less than a minute to go, and we lost.
I kind of had a problem with the start lineup myself personally. I didn't like Thibault out there. And first of all, Thibault kept shooting them corner. He shot 2 corner threes early in the beginning of the game, and we went down by 10 real quick. Why was that our best shot? We know Thibault's not a great 3-point shooter. I wasn't happy with the starting lineup. Maybe he wanted defense, but we really can't. That's not a spread the floor.
I think he wants for athletes because Thibault is athletic, and as you can see, Minnesota got nothing but athletes on that roster.
I swore it looked like that was Thibault that D'Lo was hitting all them big shots on. Maybe I'm crazy.
No, it was. But
he had some Thibault and Matt, and he almost fouled Maxey out. So D'Lo was. I mean, this is why some of us, Ben said we would take D'Lo for Ben Simmons, but then there was one of us who's,
he clutch. He's clutch. I gotta give him his props, but
we listen, YOLO boy. We need. I understand. We look like we played maybe a little better ball without Joel Embiid in the lineup. Looks can be deceiving. We have to learn how to play the way we play without Joel. With Joel, that's up to the coach and Joel to try to figure out. And the players, we're going to need Joel come this playoff run, come these tough games. You need a superstar like that. Don't get it twisted. Yes, that little stuff look cute and pretty. You know what I mean? But you gonna need.
Embiid is selfish. You talking about he literally had nobody to pass. Steph Curry was wide open, begging for the ball. He didn't pass it to him.
Steph Curry probably would have pump faked and then took a step back to the side and pump faked again and then threw the ball to somebody.
You guessing? He didn't get a chance to do
it. No, I'm going off for the history of what I saw him do all game.
Wide open, because if he's not wide open, he does struggle to get off his shot. But he was there wide open.
Who? Embiid?
He's talking about Seth.
Steph Curry.
Steph was wide open. He was wide open. Embiid, listen, you, I know y'all can make excuses for Embiid, what y'all want. Well, y'all know Embiid was going to take that shot regardless. I could have told y'all that before the inbound. Joel Embiid wanted that shot. He was going to take that shot.
Wait, hold. Y'all really going to come on here? It's too many people in here hating on Embiid tonight. This man shot 12 for 23, gave you 42 points, 14 rebounds, 2 blocks, and y'all really coming here and complaining about Joel Embiid tonight.
The free throws, too. What did he take, 23, 24 free throws?
Yeah.
Minnesota was hacking. They was hacking. They jumped at everything. Minnesota jumped at everything.
The rest was looking out for him.
We had a little home cooking. But I'll take it.
We got fouled. They called fouls on us, too. Maxey almost fouled out. Minnesota played very aggressive and early on. They played, you know what? They played like how the Knicks played defense. Like they got a lot of dudes that jump at stuff and real aggressive with it. So I think maybe like 1 or 2 foul calls that B got might have been questionable, but for the most part, they was hacking.
I'll take it though. You don't see that. You don't see that much this year. This might be the most free throws anybody went to the line. Well, Harden went 20-something the other night too.
No, I'm about to say lately the refs. I told y'all that a couple games ago. Like Dame Lillard went to the foul line a whole bunch one of them games. The refs is starting to switch it up some because when they wasn't making them calls, dudes started getting out of pocket and hacking like Ethan.
Oh, Toby, right. Yeah. Toby has been struggling a little bit. He's just coming back. From COVID.
See, there might be some D'Angelo Russell was talking trash after the game. D'Angelo Russell was talking trash after the game.
What'd he say?
He said they had guys that set out and thought it was sweet to come back and play against us. It ain't sweet.
I don't think that was what they was doing though.
It don't matter. That's what he was feeling.
Was something said during the game? That was a shot at Joel Embiid.
That was a shot.
Remember, Joel always takes shots at Cat.
Then that just means D'Angelo Russell was an idiot because why you don't think this is their first game back at home? Why would you? That's why they didn't go out there because it was a West Coast trip.
No, so they waited for the trip. He could have. Joel should have played in that Golden State game, and he know it too. That's why, he should have played in Golden State. He didn't.
He didn't say that. Did he say that?
No, I'm just me.
This is Tim Bimmons or Ben Timmons. That's who this is speaking right now.
But no, D'Angelo Russell came out. He came out and said he thought he was gonna come back and play against them, thinking they sweet.
But Embiid came back.
Hold on. And this is for Wayne because Wayne said B didn't have any time. I'm looking at a picture now. I don't know if y'all can see this, but it's 1.4 seconds on the clock. Y'all probably can't see that. And they have,
but when
they have Seth is 1.4 seconds on the clock, and they have Seth standing at the top of the key. He had enough
so was that before or after the ball got knocked down out of it? Remember, it got knocked down. He had to regather
time to pass the ball and shoot.
Got knocked out of his hands, and he had to regather it.
And he had enough time to pass that ball and shoot, man. I'm sorry. Get that ball up. Get that ball up.
See, I get it because this is y'all narrative.
We're going to smack Orlando.
Embiid is selfish. Embiid can't be a closer. This is y'all narrative. But even though he carried us into the end of the game,
he does.
But I mean, if the guy we were told was the best defender on the team, even when Ben Simmons was here, Matt Thibault, we was told how great Thibault's defense was. That he's all defensive team. He got lit up. Maybe if he would have made 1 or 2 stops against D'Lo, we might have won.
Oh, man, you know what, DJ?
What did I say about Thibault before? Let me address
the boy DJ the Barrow said he don't think it's fair to get on Embiid's first game back. He did his thing. He still needs to get his legs under him. I would agree with you if this wasn't what I've seen from Embiid the last 2 years. Though.
Exactly. Thank you.
I would agree with you. He does need to get his legs back. But and this is Embiid. He always still has trouble passing out the double team and recognizing the double team, and he wants to take the last shot. It is what it is. You want your superstar to be somewhat selfish, but I want his basketball IQ to grow a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, he started playing basketball late, but it's time to start Doc's a little coaching.
Don't you usually want your best player? Don't you usually want your best player taking the last shot?
No, you want your best player to make the best decision.
Yes,
but you don't.
Do.
But
the best shot is not always the right shot. The last shot.
He didn't even get the shot off. He didn't even get the shot off.
He got a block at 7'2".
He got punched.
So it's like, and you got
now. If he'd at least got the shot off and hit the rim, I couldn't complain. Yeah, he got a shot punched.
So then, whose hand should the ball have been in? Whose hand should the ball have been in?
The man right next to him that was wide open that was saying, "Please pass it to me."
Be honest with you. I'd have gave the ball to Maxey. I'd have gave the ball to Maxey. I'd have gave the ball to the guard. You had 4-point-something seconds left. That's enough time to give the ball to a guard and for him to make a decision to somebody else.
At the inbound pass.
Yes, I would have gave the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. To begin to play, whose hand should the ball have been?
I would have gave the ball to Maxey. I would have let my guard,
even though he should
make a decision.
And they tried to let him do that down.
People, they start off bad and go down lane. We seeing Joel ain't get a shot off. Give your ball to your point guard and let him make a decision. That's his job.
So despite the fact that your man is cooking, he's a hot man, he's carrying back.
He was cooking at the free throw line. He was cooking at the free throw line. That's what he was cooking at.
Didn't he shoot 52%? He shot 52% from the floor.
I got a question.
But he shot 52% from the floor.
Question.
So usually when a dude scores some 40-something points, there's free throws involved, unless you Steph Curry.
I'm giving up as a guards league.
Why was he at the 3-point line in the first place anyway? Why you lining up there? It's like he wanted to shine so bad. He shouldn't even been part of the equation, to be honest with you. Unless you
my guy, I can't even.
No, because all you gotta do is get the ball.
I ain't even
pass it. Okay, sit back, Ethan. All you got to do, you inbound the ball. If you want to give it to Embiid, give it to him down low in that paint area with 4 seconds. You got time to get him down there. Why are you getting the ball at the 3-point line, expecting your big man to really do something?
Great. Listen. We love the fact that he had 42. I'm not knocking these superstar. Yeah. He put up monster numbers. Double overtime, 42 points, 14 rebounds. He had some big blocks. But listen, if his basketball IQ need to be better, need to get better. I'm not hating. Wow, Brooklyn came all the way back from down like 20 in the fourth quarter, down 7. Crazy.
And CGT Bass, you're right. Tobias again is a no-show. Like even down the stretch, we could have won this in regulation if Tobias hit both of his free throws, but he doesn't finish, and then he don't hit free throws at all, like he's supposed to on a consistent level. So we could have won if Tobias had a good game.
Yeah, if Tobias or Seth or Maxey would have played decent, we could have won.
But right now, Tobias didn't play great.
I can't hate on that, Wayne. You're right.
Tobias had a couple big plays that helped us to get into the overtimes. He got a couple rebounds and got fouled and went to the line.
We didn't have to be in that situation if he just.
I agree. If Seth Curry wasn't 4 for 14, if Seth Curry wasn't 4 for 14 and Maxey wasn't 5 for 16, we wouldn't even have been in that situation.
Toby's unmovable. So I don't know why. I know Toby's unmovable.
Maybe,
but I agree with you. Toby should have. Toby's got to do better than that.
You're right. I don't know what the play call was at the end. I seen at one point Maxey cut through the middle and shot to the lane. Now I don't know if that was like a decoy or something like that, but I don't know what the exact design was. But it looked like it got blown up, whatever it was. And
tell him, man. Hey, man, tell him. If anybody ever played ball with y'all two, they know why y'all hate on Embiid, because y'all just the guards that hack on the big man. And guess the big man they usually hacking.
And guess what happened? It worked out for him, didn't it?
Who?
For them,
it didn't work out for y'all, but it worked out for them, man.
It worked out for him, didn't it? But listen, he put up numbers. He put up numbers. We came back. Toby had explosive. Toby had a crazy third. Was it Toby had the crazy third quarter? It looked like it was him and D'Lo going back and forth. But listen, 41 got us right back in the game. Down 20. Hats off. ain't had the energy to finish it. Them big double overtimes. We know it took a lot out of Embiid. He might take off next game, so keep on the lookout for that because we playing Orlando. That should be a W. But we'll see.
When's that, on Monday?
Yeah, it's Monday. That's why I kind of wanted this game, because this could have kicked off a nice little stretch.
Yeah, nice little win streak.
Yeah, and the boy Anthony Edwards, I gotta give him his props though. He seemed like he's taking a leap. He's like right now.
He took some dumb shot. He took some dumb shots too.
You talk about basketball IQ? I mean, cut you off, Tim. This is why I don't like this era of basketball. What are they coaching these kids? The game is tied.
You changed because before you saying this is the best era of basketball. Now you saying you hate.
But they do dumb stuff this era because everybody wants to do the step back three like Steph Curry, and the game is tied, and that's the best shot you come up with at the end of the game. You don't go to the hole, try to draw a foul, get an easier bucket. You shoot a long step back three at the end of the game.
Well, B did the same thing.
You only need 1 point to win.
And B did the same thing.
Like what are they teaching them? Why people keep doing that? That's terrible basketball.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. And B, like, that's kind of like when and Tim kills me with this, because that's just like if Jalen Hurts comes in and he has a good game, but the team loses, like, well, Jalen did all he could do, but as soon as Embiid, but if it's Embiid because he loves Ben Simmons, Embiid gave you 42 of what, 10 boards, 12, whatever, 2 blocks, and y'all first thing you come on talking about Embiid is selfish. If Embiid wasn't selfish, we wouldn't even have been in overtime. How about that?
Embiid is a scorer, and I gave him his props. That they said Tobias only had 2 points in both overtimes.
Yeah, I didn't see him. Did he play? Did he play overtime?
I think when they said hit the road jack, they might have been talking about him.
Yeah, I think him and Seth was just sitting there playing spades or something during the overtimes.
Oh man.
Stop. Hey, listen, first of all, if Tobias, what John Salmons, are you talking about? Salmons are you talking about Sacramento John Salmons for like 2 years?
Yeah, we stuck with Tobias. I mean, we gotta work with what we got. But this is what we gotta Morey gotta make a move though to help this team in certain spots, man. So
we blaming Embiid for
was Ben in the building?
Ben what?
I heard Ben was in the building.
Ben was in the building tonight.
Look at Tim all giddy, y'all smiling.
He hype.
I didn't want to say that because I thought y'all was gonna be all, but they said Key Pompey from the Philadelphia Inquirer reported that Ben was in the building. I guess because he got to be there. He got to be there to support the team, or he's going.
No, he got to be there to get his check. Yeah,
that's
what. That's why he was in the building. Yeah,
got to support his team.
RJ Lucas said Embiid didn't pass him.
He was not supporting. He was not supporting his team. He was there because he wants to get a check. He was not supporting anybody.
Now they call him Tobias George Lynch. They all
and John Sally. Mr. Wing's still rooting for Ben Simmons, so I ain't listening to Mr. Wing. He like listening to Tim. That's like listening to Tim. I honestly though, this game was irritating because early on, like I said, to me it looked like their legs was tired. Like I'm not even mad at Maxey. Maxey looked like his legs was short. Bible couldn't stay in front of nobody for real. The team looked slow. Tim even said it like early on in the game. They looked slow, and they did. And I think that's what you get when you come off of a long road trip. But then I think during the course of the game, they started getting back into the flow of things. And I thought Minnesota, you saw the fact that Minnesota played the night before, started wearing on everybody except for D'Lo.
But
D'Lo got a lot of open shots though.
He was clutch.
Did he?
He was clutch.
No. I'm saying I'm not saying in overtime he was cooking, but I'm saying leading up to that he was getting some, because at first he was struggling early on, but then he got some open shots, and once he started getting his rhythm, it was over.
He had 2 points at half.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was struggling early on, but then
what he end with? 30?
I don't know what.
He ended with like over 30 points.
Yep.
At one point it was 25, and I think he scored another.
He ended with 35. 35. Wow. He had 33 points after half.
That's half.
He had 2 additional quarters. But
that's because we didn't have Ben out there. We just stuck with Thibault. I'm just saying he probably would have had those. He wouldn't have scored like that if Ben was on him. But I'm not gonna bring it up because Ben ain't here.
Ben probably would have been sticking on the other dude,
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah,
This game was too tight. Ben wouldn't have been able to be in there because it would have been foul shots down the stretch. Ben would have been
Anthony
sucking
Edwards
his
had a
thumb in the
terrible
corner
game.
like,
He did. I won't say terrible, but he didn't have a good game. He's 1 for 8 from 3.
Who's that?
Anthony Edwards, 1 for 8 from 3. He had 19 points, 8 for 21 from the field.
But the first half he was balling. Him and Cat.
First half, Towns was giving Embiid though business.
He was.
I was like, what the world is going on? We better be glad he fouled out. Or might not went to double overtime.
He was 7 for 7 in the first half. He was hitting 3-pointers. He was
but he wasn't hitting as much in the second. Yeah, he was perfect in the first half. But that's what I'm saying. To me, I thought Embiid looked rusty early on, but I don't think that Embiid looked out of shape. And this is something that a lot of people were sitting there saying they was expecting Embiid to come in and be out of shape. I don't think that he looked out of shape tonight. I just thought he looked rusty though.
He got winded towards the end, but for two,
he played 43 minutes.
I said with 2 overtimes, I can't blame him for being winded, but he wasn't winded. But we struggled in the beginning. I mean,
I didn't like the starting lineup. I didn't like it.
See, and here's the thing:
Bible
is given a chance to take that starting wing position, and he's blowing it. They're gonna put Danny Green back in there.
He can't shoot good enough. Because
he won't.
What is he practicing on?
He
needs to practice shooting instead of surfing and skateboarding and making snowmen. Shoot the basketball.
He needs to hang out in West Philly instead of West Mount area or something. Because he don't even hang out in Mount area. He's like in Montgomery County.
He probably in Jersey.
No Brandon Stokes. Hold on, let me address Brandon Stokes. He said we ignore the fact that Ben could cook. Nope, I don't want to get into this, but I think Ben's defense is good, but his defense is very overrated by these two gentlemen right here. I think his defense is good, but they put his defense up great. I don't think his defense is great. Yes, he gets cooked by fast.
Wait. He said Ben got cooked by every quick guard. He got cooked by Trae Young.
You know Trae Young.
I thought
yes, he did. You know Trae Young still had 20-something points and double-digit assists that game, right?
What was his efficiency? What was his efficiency? Y'all like to talk about,
but you like to talk about assists points. He had double-digit assists that game.
What was his efficiency?
So stop with the efficiency. Shut Trae Young down. Trae Young always shoots bad.
What was his?
He always shoots bad.
Trae Young.
His efficiency.
Trae Young
always shoots bad.
The first game he didn't. Trae
Young efficiency for the year is terrible. Terrible.
The first game against the.
You sound like Ben. The first thing Ben said was, "What did Trae Young do?" Like you did something. Dude had 20-something points and he had double-digit assists. Like what is he bragging about?
No,
y'all kill me with this nonsense with this dude, man.
He was in a team. It wasn't that game. He wasn't.
If you can't even say that Ben Simmons made a difference on Trae Young, then now that's just hate. Now did Ben choke? Absolutely.
Series. We still he was on the whole rest of the series, and we still lost. What difference did he make?
I just said he choked offensively, but defensively he was in Trae Young's
neck. Rest of the series.
All right,
and what
I got a question. Is Thibault's game any better from last year than this year?
Is whose game?
And what did Thibault do against?
You're asking another question. Answer my question.
I don't care about your question.
Did Thibault's game get better from last year? No.
I always said that about Thibault's offensive.
We've been saying this, so you act like you making some groundbreaking discovery. We've been talking about that.
You're sitting there, everybody trying to get everything blaming Ben for everything, and I'm trying to tell you that Thibault's game hasn't improved.
Neither has been. So I mean,
but
the team's not built around Thibault. Thibault's a role player on this team. Right. Stop bringing up dudes that really don't matter in the scope of the team.
Listen, that role
Ben
player
is a major cog in this major part of this team, man. Stop.
Who cooked this? Who was scoring? Who was when
you make a terrible point.
When D'Angelo Russell was playing, who was sticking him?
Trae Young's career field goal percentage 43%. Terrible. Trae Young's career 3-point percentage 34%. Terrible. Like I said, Trae Young was never a good shooter. Never. He's just a volume shooter.
What you say his shooting percentages was?
Field goal percentage. Career 43.
And it was 39 in the series against the Sixers.
That's better.
How? You said 43, 39? 39 better than 43? And what was his 3-point?
His field goal. His 3-point percentage was his
field goal was 39.
It's 43. Okay. 3-point
and what was the three
career? 34.
And it was 32 in the series against the Sixers. So he shot below his averages in series against the Sixers.
And they still won.
I didn't say they did. They won because Ben Simmons choked offensively. But you're not going to tell me that Ben Simmons didn't make a difference.
His career assist is 8.9. How many assists did he average that series?
Oh, he averaged 10. He averaged 10.9.
There you go.
So there you go. What that means? Ben Simmons he was their primary scorer. So that means that other people
averaged like 3 more assists. It balanced out because he had 3 more assists.
And a lot of those assists was off of those pick and rolls where they was getting killed on the backdoor. Oops.
Toby is trash, but we can't trade. Tobias is untradeable. I know y'all want to talk about Toby's trash. Toby's trash. Yes. Wayne loves Toby. Yeah, Wayne defending. Toby's untradeable. To me, Toby has a throwback game.
I don't think that he's trash, but I don't think that I would like a better player for that type of money. But that's what the league is. I mean, you got a lot of dudes. I still would take Toby over Collins that y'all was hyping for Atlanta. I would still take Tobias over him. So I mean, that all I'm saying is I don't think that the same way I don't think that Ben Simmons was complete trash. I don't think that Toby was trash that y'all like to throw around and talk about the ball being trash. I think that they do have things that can contribute to a team.
Yes,
y'all the same. Y'all the same bulls that were saying Mike Scott could start and take Toby's spot. Y'all want to put Mike Scott and Toby.
Hold on.
Don't say y'all.
I agree. Listen, but when you say Ben Simmons had things that can contribute to a team, yes. But we not just using Ben Simmons as somebody who has something that contributes to a team like a Shake or a Thibault. Ben is part of the nucleus, the supposed to be the top 3 players of the team. It's a difference when you speak of him in those terms. He needs to bring more to the table if he's part of that big 3. You don't agree with that? You cool with what he's bringing to the table? I guess that's a yes.
You was talking to me?
Yeah.
You was talking to me?
Both of y'all.
What cool with who bring to the table?
Ben.
To Toby?
But no, are you cool with what Ben brings to the table?
I was cool with what he was bringing to the table till he ran from the ball.
I still wasn't because he's part of the big 3. I need more from my big 3. I'm not cool.
But they was winning. But my thing is, they were playing winning basketball until he completely ran from the ball because he didn't want to get fouled. And that's been my big problem with him. When he was scoring 14 points and 7, we was number 1 seed. We mopped Washington with him scoring those type numbers. We was even ahead in this series when he was scoring them numbers till they started doing the hack of Ben and he ran.
Hey, Tim, Mr. Wing, I got a question for you about Isaiah Joe.
I wasn't hyping him up like that.
You was hyping him up.
We all was hoping that Isaiah Joe was gonna play good this year, but he's still not ready. I was sending him down to the G League like they did the boy Paul Reed today. I do the exact same thing. He needs confidence. He needs to come back, and because to me, he could be fit. If he was more athletic, he probably could get that wing spot that be our small forward if he really wanted it, because he could shoot. But it's something missing. I don't know what it is, but it's something that he's lacking. That
we need a real small forward. We have no small forward right now.
I agree.
Toby's a power forward.
I do got to agree with Wayne though. Seth has to play better. He has to play better. It's no excuse for him to be playing like this.
Seth ain't even gonna play on Monday. He played the most minutes he probably ever played in his career. He's done. He might come back on Wednesday.
To have 14 points and get up 11 shots in 46 minutes that's atrocious.
What was his plus minus though?
The funny thing is this is Tobias Harris's best year.
This is his
best years.
Thibault had the worst plus minus, -12.
So Thibault was the like we were saying, Thibault. I mean, y'all wanted defending But some things like he
Defend
gives up
who?
Thibault.
I want more offense from Thibault. He is what he is, though. He is what he is. He's a role player. You get what you get out of these role players. You get what you get out of Thibault. You get what you get out of Shake from night in, night out. You get what you get out of Quirk, but night on, night out. But you want your star players to give you the majority every night. You want Toby to bring it every night. You want B to bring it every night. And now I want Seth to bring it every night. But the role players and Maxey, the role players, I'm not looking at them to bring it every night. I know what they are. I know Thibault's a role player. I don't expect him to bring it every night. If Thibault gives me a good night, I'm happy.
But I'm like, what do you consider bringing it though? This is my whole point about calling something like so many people calling
bringing me your average. Bringing me your average.
He gives you 20. He gives you 20.6 points per game.
What do you had tonight?
50% shoot.
What do you had
8.3 and 4.1. He had an off night. That's why you have averages. Because some nights you have bigger than
that like button.
No. I get what you're saying about tonight, but my thing is to say that he's trash. He's trash. Like, what is he here for? He's trash. He gives you some game. Like, I don't. Does he give you what's like you? This my thing is players are who they are. Yeah. Embiid is who he is. Ben is who he is. So my thing is, if these guys are doing that, and if they have to win like that, I agree. But I'm just saying, like, to rip Embiid for the stuff that Embiid had a fantastic night playing tonight, but we want to rip him and say he's selfish.
No. Man, I agree with you. I would take Jeremy Grant in a heartbeat over Tobias Harris.
I would take Jeremy Grant in a heartbeat for Ben Simmons right now.
I mean, Ben is not giving us nothing, so that would be a plus.
What was you was questioning? You was questioning Embiid's game tonight. You were saying Embiid didn't play great tonight.
Who said that?
I thought you did. I said Embiid had outstanding. Oh, I thought you was talking to me about when I said that.
We already said Embiid.
He was all right.
He just.
This was actually Maxey's worst game, though.
He had 4 turnovers.
This was worst game.
Turnovers. Maxey, that a lot of stuff they usually get, like them running hooks, and they was getting swatted.
They wasn't getting swatted. He shot short. That's what I'm saying. A lot of those shots came up short, and that's why I'm saying I think that it was a matter of the road trip.
I think it was a matter of him learning to play with a beat again too. The new Maxey playing with beat, not being beat. He can't be as timid.
3 shots in the first half. That's unacceptable.
Yeah, he can't.
But even when B wasn't in there, he still wasn't hitting those shots. They brought him back in, and B was still on the bench, and Maxey still wasn't doing. Maxey just was off. His shots was short, bro. That's all.
And they putting tall defenders on him now. The last 2 games, he had real tall defenders on him. I think the last game they put it in the ball. What's the
growing pains? Growing pains. I want to grow from this. Learn
Wiggins on him. And the day they had Anthony Edwards at one point on him. So,
but that's what I'm saying is I'm just saying I don't think that it's necessary just because Bede was back. Now all of a sudden they're playing Maxey a little bit different, like you said, like Ethan brought out last time. They put Wiggins on him. You know what I'm saying? They putting the bigger guys on him now, and they making him work a little bit. But even with that tonight, I thought he still had a lot. They played physical with him too. When he went to the basket, they was doing a lot of bumping him and stuff. So I mean, that's just growing pains. I don't think that Embiid influenced what Maxey could have done tonight. Maxey he
deferred a little bit too much in that.
He shot 16 times. He got shots.
But 15. I say he deferred too much in the first half, which is why we was down by 20. He only took 3 shots. You're gonna see as a starter, you should take more than 3 shots in the first half.
Minnesota surprised the Sixers a little bit. For some reason, Minnesota wanted this game bad. You could tell how D'Lo was talking at the end. And I think they surprised the Sixers. They came out with more energy and jumped right on us. They jumped on us from the gate. And
they knew
it was hard to fight back, man. They wanted
knew
this game.
What Embiid was doing. They knew the same thing we knew, that Embiid could have came back at Golden State, but he sat out and he came back for this game. And they knew it. And that's why he said it. And that's why I've been saying it. Everybody, we figured it out.
Well, guess what, Tim? Maxey this season averages 14 shot attempts per game, and he shot 15 tonight.
It's about,
but it's 15 though. It wasn't.
It was 2 overtimes to get those 15 shots.
Yeah, that's true.
It's 50. It was two extra periods, and you talk about something. Yeah, he was right on pace.
All I know is he usually shoots 50% from the floor, Tonight he shot like 30.
He shot 3. He had 3 shots in the first half.
He shot. What was his percentage?
We'll see what happens
He
next
was
game.
off. That's all. He was just off. That's all. He got shots up. He was just off.
All right. All right, we'll be back tomorrow after the Sixers game. Y'all got any finals? I mean, Eagles game. Y'all got any final thoughts before we wrap this thing up?
Nah, good game. Both teams play hard.
Yeah, both teams. I gotta give if there's a trade for the boy from what's his name again, D'Lo. If that trade offer is on the table, I would strongly consider it because
You ain't getting it now. You ain't getting nothing for Ben now. You're not getting a D'Lo for Ben now. What makes you think you're getting him for Ben now?
Because Minnesota may very well want to make that trade.
Wayne, is that how you feel now? Before I thought you felt if we wait, the trade to get better.
There's certain players I said I would have traded Ben for, and D'Lo was one of them. I've been said I would have traded Ben for D'Lo.
So I would consider it. They have to make the pot a little sweeter, but I would consider it.
They got to make the pot sweeter.
Yeah,
you hear this guy?
y'all devalue.
Is that Maury? Is that Maury or Tim?
Y'all devalue the Ben
That's
Simmons.
Tory.
But Ben Simmons has a value because
That's Tory.
I'm just saying, but yeah, Ben was in the building tonight, so he collected his game check. So hopefully he's getting healthy. And I think we're gonna go on a little run. I think we needed this. This was the kind of game that that it might propel us to some great things. I think they played well down the stretch. I do have concerns. I don't know what happened to Shake, why he wasn't playing today. They didn't say anything about why Shake didn't play. And then Tobias got to step up.
Yo, Mr. Wing asks us about our predictions for the Eagles. I think the Eagles are sitting pretty right now.
Eagles better win.
My opinion,
He's from in there screaming you, Tim.
Dallas look like they're struggling, and the Eagles look like they on a little bit of a roll now, and they got to play all their division games. Eagles should make this interesting. It should be a battle for the division, in my opinion.
I agree. Good game tomorrow.
All right, good game. So
for Ben.
It was an entertaining game. We lost, but again, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button before we get out of here so we can get that at least to 25. But anyway, thanks for listening. You've been listening to the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. We out.